everyone. Hope you're doing well. We are back at it, week 22 with our weekly update. First off, I'd like to thank everybody for giving us a watch and listening. If you can spread the word with a like and or share and or subscription, that would be amazing. We really appreciate you. And this is just be the last couple ones before the end of the year. Crazy to think that 2023 is coming to a wraps. Maybe I'll try and do like a little wrap-up video for the year and a prediction for 2024. Let me know your thoughts on that, and I can try and get that done before the end of the year. So we'll keep this one short and sweet. Just going to talk about the market, what we're seeing with the interest rates, which is somewhat some good news there. And then just a continuing of what's happening within the market and what we predict will be happening early next year, mid next year. And then we'll just get into our areas of interest of the downtown surrounding areas: Don Mills, Leaside, Mount Pleasant, Yonge and Eglinton, and then the Durham area as well. So, sorry, excuse me. Let's just talk about what we're kind of hearing and kind of get back to what we talked a little bit about last week, because Bank of Canada held the rates, which was good news in the sense that it didn't go up, but it's still pretty tough for a lot of people, and over the next little bit will continue to be tough, I think, for another year or so, maybe two. So with the bond yields coming down, we are seeing fixed rates coming down too. So we are starting to see some rates that are in the 5%, maybe even under 5 by the end of the year for the fixed rates. So this is good for potential buyers right now that can kind of lock in and kind of use that at advantage as we are starting to see inventories starting to slow down just with the state of the market, and plus with the seasonal kind of slowdowns too. So I think this could be a little bit of an opportunity for buyers, but again, for certain people that do have mortgages at the moment and will need to renew in the next like 6 months, especially before rates do kind of come down, it is going to be pretty tight coming from extreme low rates to the current rates now. So it's unfortunate news, but at the same time, it's an opportunity for more listings, and in the sense that prices hopefully won't go skyrocketing with even the announcement of lowering rates, or when they do lower rates, because I do think there will be an uptick, depending on the economy too, because we could head into a recession. We're like technically there essentially now, but so those are things to think about. And as I said, like, some people's losses are unfortunate, and these are things that I don't want to happen for people, but it is something that kind of needs to happen for the economy, right? It is it's a tough double-edged sword sometimes, kind of thing that we are facing in the state of the market. So, but at the same time, I think with the rates kind of fixed rates going down, so people won't hopefully feel as tight and can hold on, but it's going to be a lot of investors that just can't cover their mortgages. That will lead to more listings, and then we may see more listings in the springtime, because a lot of people, as I mentioned before, are starting to kind of take their listings off, and I think they're going to do a little wait and see what happens until they bring back their listing for the springtime, because these are certain people that don't need to sell at the moment. They kind of want to sell, or they need to sell within the next 6 to 8 months, but they don't need to sell right now. So those are going to be the listings that we're going to see being held off until the springtime. I think things will start to pick up again, especially once Bank of Canada mentions something of their rates dropping or not. So those are the kind of things we want to think about, and we'll keep an eye on, and I will do a little recap video of this year and what we are predicting for next year. So to our areas of interest that we talk about on a weekly basis, and you'll see the chart below, because we will see the range in prices, right? Because we don't want to talk about price on a week-to-week basis, but long term, that's where we get to see some good trends. So we'll focus on active listings and sales for the most part, and months of inventory, which is a key number, because for the last few weeks, as I mentioned, we have seen months of inventory going down, Reason being is that less active listings. Reason being is because people are pulling them off the market a little bit earlier than usual for this time of the year. We do usually see a slowdown, but with the interest rates and just not as much interest for certain home types, people are just going to take it off and wait and see. So for the downtown freehold areas, we have seen listings come down a little bit. Months of inventory are at 2.27 compared to 2.5 from last week. We did see a little bit of an uptick in sales, so it's good to see that there is a steady kind of number for sales. There are still buyers out there that do need to buy, and we are seeing some multiple offer situations in certain home types and areas, more so for detached homes, people that have the kind of cash that they can put down, and so that they don't have their rates to their mortgage payments too high. So those are where some opportunities are for buyers that do have cash, and if there are some homes that show potential for future improvements and future value, then that's where they're going to go, right? So for the condo side, though, we are seeing active listings down by just over 100 for a week over week, and we're down over 300 in the last 2 weeks. So we're definitely seeing a slowdown in the condos there. So again, if there are probably some panic investors, so that just wanted to try and get their place on and sold as soon as possible. But if they're not moving, then they will kind of talk to themselves and talk to their agent and or mortgage broker to say, can I hold off for a few months and bring it back out into the springtime, and or they're relisting at a lower price to try and just get it sold at the end of the day. So again, we are seeing a slowdown in the active listings for the condo side in downtown, and we are seeing pretty level of solds across the board there. So usually taking around a month to sell. All right, for the Don Mills area, we did see a slowdown again in active listings across freehold and for condos. Again, pretty flat on the sales side, so which is a good sign. Prices very much there, so just kind of take a look back at the last 22 weeks, and you can see the charts there for a little bit more of a trend. As we do this longer and longer, we'll continue to see a even better trend. For the Leaside area, we did see, again, across the board for the freehold and condo, we did see active listings coming down and a little bit more sales than last week for the condo side, but flat for the freehold side. So months of inventory continuing to go down. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on for the next few weeks. And you're getting it here earlier than your monthly stats that we got last week. So we're already halfway through December, and you're not going to hear any December stats until next year. So you're getting it here first. So do remember that, and kind of you can go back into the blog and see where all these kind of numbers are, right? For the Durham area, again, we did see almost 200 new active listings from just week over week. So that's starting to really slow down out there. But at the same time, there's 96 sold firms for the freehold side compared to 67. So there are people still looking for some opportunities, and the opportunities may lie best in Durham for some people, right? So things are still selling out there, and so we are seeing months of inventory down for the freehold side, pretty flat for the months of inventory actually for the condo side. So it's interesting, there are only 2 less active listings compared to last week. So pretty interesting there. And just good to see that for the condo side, at least it's pretty strong for the most part for the market that we're in. So yes, thank you again for listening to our video and for the updates. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or concerns about your home type and or area. Also, there are some new regulations that have come out in the last couple weeks for TREB that do affect buyers and sellers. So we are going to delve deeper in that in the coming weeks. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Appreciate you guys. Have a great one.